You ain't no, you ain't no Gator. You ain't no, you ain't no Gator. You ain't no, you ain't no Gator. You ain't no. Get to them how they want it. They know Gators came to win, we came to spin, been my opponent. I'm the hit man, earn when I'm coming from that corner. West Diggy, other corner, why they playing? Yeah, we own it. Unlike Ash, you throwing dice, can't get no sacks, CJ gon' run it. You know Deuce, that's number 2, just make one hole and he gon' run it. You don't know Trader 1 to 3, ain't paying to play, we came to eat. Put that boy on the TV, play with that ass, don't play with me. J4. O-line, big Gator. Came to get that sack, you know that Gator's getting paid. Try to cross that line, he get pushed back, there go big thing. They know we came to win, won't play again, say God thank you. Offense ain't get started, AJ on the end. They know we came to smack.
I really like their work ethic, the way they carry themselves.
I like the way they work, in a way, like, I like the way we work. And after school, we go to cutting off. The grades gonna be good. After that, practice for 2 hours, hard work.
Tell them what to expect as a freshman in school as far as academics, the classes, and how you can stay doing your work and being consistent.
Yeah, you're gonna need to do some 2.0.
So you need a 2.0 to play. Stay eligible. I want you to 2.5 or better. That's just a football program. I want you to 2.5 or better. But you only got to have 2.0 just to play, which is that's not my standard. We want to shoot for higher standards in the football program, which is good. So, like I say, he's a 14-year-old freshman. So he's still learning how to communicate. That's what we work with. We work with these kids communicating to the media, to the news, to the media and stuff like that, so they can know how to talk and be vigilant about their success in Norcom. Okay, thank you, amazing thing. Everyone aware of Hines junior, class is 27. This is going to be JR, we were junior, he's been 9,000 points. He's been in the program for 3 years. He's been in the program for 3 years. He's a Norcom grade out to the heart, love the guy. He's a pillar of hard work in the classroom and in the community and on the football field. He started when I started linebackers, and he's going to tell you his experience at Norcom for the last 2 years.
So I came in as an 8th grader, and I just took me on the whole varsity football team, and and then actually we had a pretty good year. We did not complete what we wanted to do at the state championship. That's what we're gonna try to do this year. But we all got coming in every day, working, and getting ready for the season this year. And then as we talked saying, we won the 2.5 college recruiters all-star coming in and everything. Those are making sure that we get the so they can't.
Thank you, Jonathan. We are junior JR. Next, we have class. He's a rising senior, class 26. Running back, Meech Brady.
I ain't gonna lie, coming in as a freshman, I was not locked in. So I'm gonna see y'all what not to do.
Like that.
Don't come in thinking sweet, you gotta miss practice, you just willingly do all that. Don't do that. Like, don't do that because it won't come back to bite you. For my first 2 years, freshman and sophomore, I played JV because what I did. So last year, my first year on JV, I did alright, but I couldn't seeing our kids, all the coaches saying how to do, and God be straight, and that's pretty much all I got.
So that was a couple of things. That was just been having actually experience in going to football program, and they're loving it. So we'll talk about eligibility that coming into Norcom. Will have to be NCAA. Go to the NCAA clearinghouse. I have it on that paper to give you it's a website where you can look at all the courses and the things that you need to have coming in as a freshman, and making sure you register with the NCAA clearinghouse center so you can be ready for college after your senior year. So with that being said, now I'm gonna introduce you to a long-time friend of mine. He's played in the NFL for the Bears. Patriots got a ring. And he's one more so we grew up together in church. He played in church, and he played in church. I played in love. You know, me and him, competing against each other a lot, and bring the guy and team with him. Right now, he has his own, he's co-founder of 360, Elite 360 Recruiting, and he helps teams all across the nation with getting recruited in the college that's having a hard time, or they're under-recruited. So he helps the family, he helps the parents, and the athlete to knowledgeable about recruiting. And this is Daniel.
What up, fellas? How y'all? Everybody good? Hey! Well, my teammate. My old teammate, man. Great to see y'all, man. First of all, man, First of all, man, I just want to say how honored I am, man, to be right here back in my hometown, man. This is my city. I'm Portsmouth for life. Always have, always will be. But I'm just so proud of my guy, man. For the program he's building and continue to build. For the staff he put together. Like, y'all think y'all understand how much these dudes really care about y'all, man. Like, all of us played, everybody on the staff, we played the game. And now, it's our job to give back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, can I get a round of applause? Can y'all give a round of applause for y'all boys? So, what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna give a little bit of background about myself. I'm gonna talk about a little recruiting stuff, and then I'm gonna open it up for questions at the end, man. But like I said, man, I'm truly honored and thankful that I always reached out to me, man. Anytime I got a chance to come back and talk to the kids back at home, I'm always open to it, man. So a little bit about my background. So I'm Jay Elliott. I'm the former regional director of college scouting, and now I'm currently the co-founder of Elite 360 Recruiting, where we help high school kids and families through the process step by step. My background, I'm originally from, like I said, I'm born and raised in Portsmouth. I don't know if y'all heard Jeffrey Wilson home, y'all heard J-Dub? Yeah. Y'all, the kids probably have it, but your mom and dad definitely heard of it. So I'm born and raised from J-Dub, man. My mom was a single parent with 3 kids. We grew up out that way, and if y'all know about the Dub, man, the Dub wasn't the nicest place to be. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean, I had opportunities, man, and for me, coming up, when I was coming out, I knew that with my mom's situation, with her being single, with her having 3 kids and us growing up in the housing project, I knew that my only opportunity was potentially to get to college was going to be through sports. So I kind of locked in on the sports aspect of it. So in high school, I started running track my freshman year. I ran track all the way out through my senior year, man. I was the #1 triple jump in the country. I finished #2 in the national. I ended up being #2 overall. So track was my thing coming up. Football, it was something that was there that I did, but I was a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? So my junior year, we get to my junior year. Remember my high school team, I played wide receiver. My high school team, we ran what was called the wishbone offense. Are y'all familiar with the wishbone? One wide receiver. Wishbone. If you're not familiar with it, we literally ran the ball 98% of the time, on the recruit ball 2% of the time. So as a receiver, I wasn't getting recruited by nobody. I wasn't going to be nobody before. I was a stand-up lineman. I was out there blocking cornerbacks, hitting safeties, hitting linebackers, but I wasn't catching no passes. My entire junior year, I caught the ball. I had a total of 5 passes the whole junior season, which is crazy. Because now kids are catching 5 balls in a quarter now. You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, my recruiting in football wasn't there. So I'm gonna tell you how God is in everything we do, man. And they have it. Going into my senior year, my coach decided to change the offense up from the wishbone offense to the wing T offense. Same kind of concept, but it gives you another opportunity to touch the ball. In the scrimmage against Lakeland High School, the second scrimmage in the preseason, our starting tailback broke his collarbone. And me being one of the fastest guys from my track squad, my coach moved me from receiver over to one of the wingback positions to allow me to touch the ball a little bit more. Now, mind you, I'm a receiver, man. Never played running back again. I'm like, receivers, we don't want to get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to get there, catch the ball, and get to the zone and get out of bounds. So I'm in my stance. Quarterback send me in motion. I catch the pitch from the quarterback. I just take off. I go 70. I go 80. I ain't trying to juke you. I ain't trying to run you over. I'm trying to get to the zone. So my entire senior year, I probably carried the ball maybe 45, 46 times. But I had almost 700 yards rushing. So I would average almost 15 yards a carry every time I touched the ball. So that kind of opened my recruiting up. But my ultimate goal, what I really wanted to do, was play at a big Division I level. Because I seen a lot of my guys that I was playing against going to these big time schools. And so that was my goal. That's what I saw on TV. That's what I wanted to go to. But the reality of the situation was, because I only had 1 year film, it was at running back, I didn't get recruited at that level. So what I had to do myself was like, I knew I was just as talented as a lot of these guys that were going big time, but I didn't have to take the proof. So what I had to do was humble myself and say, you know what? I'm going to show love to the schools that's been showing love to me. So instead of like the Michigans and the Tennessees and the Georgias that was recruiting me, I got recruited by the William and Mary, the Delaware, the James Madison. Small, still Division I school, but they were lower level. So I remember, long story short, I remember taking a full football scholarship to the University of Delaware. And mind you, I'd never heard of Delaware a day in my life. I didn't know Delaware was a state. You know what I'm saying? I've been in Portsmouth all my life, so I didn't know nothing about Delaware. But I took my visit, and I looked at the fit, and I was like, you might be a good fit for me. So long story short, I ended up going to the University of Delaware. I became Delaware's all-time leading wide receiver. I got inducted into the School Hall of Fame. I got inducted into the School Hall of Fame, and then I got drafted by the Chicago Bears. I did 2 years with the Bears. I did 1 year with the Patriots, got a Super Bowl ring with the Patriots. And I wanted to bring this back home so y'all can see it. Because I want y'all to know, man, like, we want to be, man. Y'all see this?
Oh, yeah.
I want y'all to see it, I want y'all to touch it, I want y'all to feel it. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, they talk bad about kids going to be and what we can't do, but we gonna show them what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I want y'all to see it. Because I want y'all to get the opportunity when y'all get here. And then I did 3 years with the Atlanta Falcons. After I got out of the league, man, I kind of got into scouting. I did scouting for 6 years. And now, man, like I say, I'm the co-founder of Elite 360 Recruiting on the event. So, a couple of recruiting topics that I just want to touch on real quick, man. That I wrote it down, getting old. I had to put it in my phone, man, so I wouldn't forget a couple of topics that we're going to talk about. All right. So, let me ask y'all this. First thing, what do y'all think are the 3 things? It's 3 things that every single college coach wants to know about each one of y'all. What are those 3 things that every single coach wants to know? And y'all don't be scared to scream it out. What's 3 things every single college coach wants to know about you? What's that? Your grades. Yep, what kind of grades you got? What's 2 other things that college coaches want to know about? You say? Work ethic, that's part of it, yep. I can't hear you, speak up. Are you coaching? That's a good one. Yep. What type of kid is he? That's 2. Give me 1 more. What's the number 1 thing they look for? Attitude is good. No, what do they judge you off on first? What's the first thing they look at? What? Size one. But they look at your game film, right? They want to know, so the 3 questions. Every single college coach want to know about every single kid. First of all, can you play? They're going to watch your tape. So your film matters. So if you're not putting up, if your goal is to get to college and play ball, if you're not putting those plays on tape that college coaches like, you won't be a recruit, a guy that they're going to recruit. That's just what it is. You got to make plays. You can't be average. You got to be great. So that's one thing. You got to be able to play. The second thing, what are his grades? They're going to ask you what's your grade. That's the second question. So if your grades are terrible and they suck, from this day forward, y'all need to start working on them now. Because if your goal is to go to college, the only way you're going to get in is if your grades right. There's too many kids out there who can ball and got great grades for them to worry about a kid who can ball and don't. You know what I mean? So my thing is, focus on your grades, man. If you need help with a subject, talk to your teacher. One thing I learned as I was growing up is, it's okay to ask for help. That's a strength. You don't gotta feel like you know everything. And then if it's somebody that's good, if you're struggling in a subject, and there's somebody that's good in that subject, man, you better latch on to them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna work with you. You know what I mean? So take your classroom seriously. And I'm telling you guys in the 8th grade coming up, going to high school, it's always great to get off to a fast start. Because if you get off to a fast start, you get your GPA up high. If you struggle a little bit, you can get it back up. It's hard to come out of a hole. When you start up in a hole, it's hard to come up. We've seen it, man. Over and over and over, we see it. Get off to a fast start and take your grades seriously, man. That's the most important. So we talk about grades. So can you play? What are you grade? And then what kind of kid is he? Man, if you're one of those kids who always talking back to the teacher, if you always one of those kids who talking back to your coaches, if you talking back to your mom and your dad, coaches gonna find out. And they're gonna know. They want kids who gonna be respectful. Because when they recruit you to their program, man, that's $250,000 that they're trying to put on them. You know what I mean? So they want to know that if they're going to invest that type of money, that they got the kid with the best that can play, they got the best attitude and the grades are right. So from this point forward, man, I need y'all to focus. How many of y'all if the NFL is the goal? What's the NFL? How many of y'all want to make it to the NFL? What's the goal of the NFL? How many of y'all want to make it to the NFL? From this day forward, now that you know what they're looking for, everything that you do got to be focused towards that. Those 3 things I told you about. Your grades got to be right, your attitude got to be right, and you got to be able to play ball. Focus on that stuff now, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. Y'all got me? All right. The next thing, coach's expectations. So I actually had this too, man, when I was coming up. By show of hands, man, how many of y'all think, you know what I'm saying, my coach got me, man, he will do everything for me, like, it's my coach's responsibility to do it for me. By show of hands. That's all right. I thought the same thing too. But, and look, this is one thing that I had to realize about the recruiting process, right? Think about your coach. Now, Coach Hawkins is a little bit different. He does things differently than 99% of the other coaches. He's taking y'all on visits. He's doing all that stuff. That's what a coach, that's what people expect a coach to do. You got coaches around the ball. Yeah. He's doing his thing. And I love it. But 99% of the coaches are not doing that. So one thing I always tell kids, and I tell, when it comes to coach, think about your coach. A lot of these coaches, they got wives, they got families, right? They got families, they got kids. Some of these, they're teaching classes. Some of these coaches are athletic directors. So they're not only responsible for their sport, but they're responsible for the whole entire athletic department. They did a survey a couple years ago. A high school football coach will spend anywhere from 80 to 90 hours a week on coaching, teaching, practicing, game day, all that stuff. 80 to 90 hours a week. Now think about it. You got 15, 20 seniors on your team. Do you honestly think that coach has time to reach out to 100 schools for 20 different kids? No, it's impossible. So one thing I always say is, your recruiting process is your responsibility. Parents, listen to me. Your recruiting process is your responsibility. what Coach Hall or any other coach decides to do should be on top of what you're already doing yourself. Does that make sense? So you never want to put your future in anybody else's hands. That's your kid. You want to put it in your hands and coach, and he's there to support you. So understand that. I thought the same thing too. I thought Coach Taylor was supposed to do all that stuff for me too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, boy, can you read? Until I realized what the process was all about, and I knew what it was. So Hawkins was a special one, man. So y'all gotta embrace that, man, because he do his thing, and I'm proud of him. So that's coaching expectation. So the transfer portal. How many of y'all familiar with the transfer portal? Y'all heard of the transfer portal? Hey, it's changed the game for high school kids. So y'all gotta know that now going in. Think about it. So the portal, now, if y'all don't know what it is, the transfer portal is now, college coaches, instead of coming and get high school kids, they're going to get college transfers to replace high school kids. So that means there's less opportunities for these high school kids because college coaches want, you know, college level ready kids. So back when we were playing, there were 25 scholarships that went out every year to high school kids, right? Every school, 25 scholarships. All of them went to high school kids. But now with the portal, out of the 25 scholarships, 7 or 8 are only going to high school kids. So it's all these kids fighting for 7 or 8 spots at each school. So that means you gotta be special, you gotta be exceptional, man. So one thing I tell parents now, man, everybody got D1itis. Everybody, I guarantee everybody say I want to go to D1. I hear that all the time, all day, every day. And sometimes, man, and parents, I'm gonna talk to some of y'all, sometimes I get delusional parents. Because their son may be a lineman, he might be 5'9", 220 pounds, talking about he's gonna play D1. That ain't happening. And look, I know you love your kid, and we love them too. But I think the role as a parent in this situation is to be the voice of reason for your child. You gotta let them know, hey baby, I know you want to play Division I football, but your size, it ain't gonna get you there. Maybe you should look at Division II or Division III. That might fit your skill set a little better. That's kind of being realistic when it comes to this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I'll never do, and we'll never do, is sugarcoat anything to you because it only hurts you at the end of the day. So we're gonna give it to you straight. So if you're a receiver running the 4.9, you ain't going D1. It's just it ain't happening. If you're like I said, offensive line who's short, D1 want the biggest, strongest, fastest guy. There's a fit for you somewhere, but they ain't gonna be D1. So just to get that. And just so I just want y'all to understand the portal changed the game, man. And the whole thing I'm talking about is make sure that you open your options, be open to other options. Because the ultimate goal is to get to college for free or as cheap as possible and take that burden off your mom and your dad. Get the opportunity. And I always say, if the opportunity comes at a lower level, go ball. If you say you D1, go ball at that level and go prove it. You gotta be great, because if you go there and you're average, then you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Y'all got me? So be open to opportunity. If you that guy and you that dog, go prove it at the level that you got the opportunity. Alright, so be open. That's what I'm talking about with the portal. It changed the game. And then the last thing, I got grades again, man. I just can't stress that enough, man. I'm telling you, open yourself up to more options when your grades are right. If you got a 3.5 or better, 95% of schools will recruit you. You get down to a 3.0, that cut it down to 60. You get down to a 2.5, that's about 40-something% of schools. You get down to a 2.0, you're down to 20%. The biggest thing is make sure, man, you be doing what you need to do in the classroom to open yourself up to more options. So when you get to your senior year, you're not scrambling trying to figure out where you're going to go. You got options if your grades are right. Lock in on the grades, man. I can't stress that enough. Y'all got me? Y'all got me? All right, cool. So we talked about the 3 questions. We know the 3 questions that every coach knows. We know we lock on. We talked about the coach's expectations and what your role is, the parent role. We talked about the transfer portal and how it's changed the game, so we know how we got to think now. And then we talked about the grades. Those are the things that I want to talk about recruiting-wise, and I want to open up the questions that y'all got in regards to recruiting. So y'all let me know what questions y'all got regarding recruiting. Don't be shy, man. This is family. I got something on my heart, man. I feel like God is speaking to me to say, especially to my kids, man, that's here in Portsmouth, man. Like, I just want to say, man, look, it's okay to be different, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know it's okay to be different, man. When I told you, when I was going up on J-Dub, man, when I take J-Dub, it was that place, they call it this Pistol City, like this is what we did. And a lot of my homeboys when I was growing up, we all played ball together, we did our thing. And a lot of my boys growing up, you know what I mean, they got into the street life. But for me, man, I always wanted something different, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest difference between myself and the guys who make it out and the guys who don't is your mindset. You gotta want more for your life, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got the ability here now. Y'all hearing it now. So ain't no excuse now. Once you hear it, now you know where you need to go. All y'all got it in you. But you gotta be different than the next guy. And I'm telling you, it's funny. I was out the park, and I remember my homeboys, they were doing the street, but I was still cool. They were my boys. I grew up with them. When they started doing what they need to do, when I started playing ball in high school and started doing my thing and started getting recognition and stuff, I started doing what I needed to do. They were going to do what they need to do. They were like, yo, Jay, nah, we good. All right, brothers, I'll see y'all later. They come back, we still cool. You know what I mean? But I think the biggest thing, and what separated me was, once they saw that I was consistent with who I was, and not jumping back and forth doing what they do, then coming over here doing this. You know what I'm saying? I was consistent with who I was. So what happened was, those dudes started to protect me. They were like, yo, Jay ain't about that life, dog. Nah, he ain't doing it. They protect me. And it's funny, like at a football game, they be 20 deep at my games. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, man, your true friends and the dudes you call your true friends gonna protect you. Your true friends ain't gonna pull you into anything. So what I want all y'all to do from this day forward, man, reevaluate your circle. Reevaluate the guys you hang around. Because you're a product of who you hang around. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to get it, man, because I want to see y'all make it. I don't know each one of y'all personally, but I love each and every one of y'all because I want to see y'all do y'all thing, man. Y'all got me? All right, man. That's all I had to say.
So he wrapped it up with most of everything that we need to see as far as recruitment, things of that nature. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all guys coming to the workouts, and we're going to have a parent weekend later on in the summer. We'll have a big parent meeting in Norcom. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all guys come in to workouts Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We started with Mondays we at Norcom. Tuesday and Thursday we had this hype factory on King Street in Portsmouth. So I look forward to seeing y'all, and that's it for tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out.